Now, the Sri Lankan Navy has apprehended 18 Indian fishermen and has seized 2 Indian poaching trawlers in Lankan waters. The Sri Lankan Navy has conducted special operations to chase away Indian poaching trawlers from Sri Lankan waters. The operation has led to the seizure of 2 Indian trawlers with 18 Indian fishermen poaching in the Sri Lankan waters. Now, the fishermen and the trawlers were brought to Talpadu Pier in Mannar. The arrest of the Indian fishermen in Sri Lanka has not been something new. It has taken place in the recent past, and there have been numerous protests raised by these fishermen, as it's a matter of concern not just for the centre but also for the Tamil Nadu government as well. Meanwhile, joining us on the broadcast is Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defence expert. Sir, good morning. Thank you for joining us on NewsX. What do you make of this development?
It is indeed very, very disturbing and also very alarming and concerning when we get news of our Indians taken captive or arrested by a foreign nation, and we have to understand why it happened and how it happened. And it is indeed apne aadmi the, apne log wahan pe gaye hain. So by a foreign country, it is indeed very alarming. Now, 18 fishermen, which Sri Lanka claims that they were apparently, that's their claim. That's the Sri Lankan Navy with a statement that they were poaching. It was illegal for them. They had crossed over to their waters. Now, this is a matter of concern because this is not the first time. This has been happening on the Sri Lankan coast, in fact, earlier as well. I would say on 13 January, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Stalin, he had written a letter to the Minister of External Affairs where he had mentioned about 12 fishermen also had been arrested that time by Sri Lanka. And he had urged for their release, for the intervention of the MEA. He had mentioned, I would like to draw your attention to the apprehension of 12 fishermen and 3 fishing boats by the Sri Lankan Navy on December 13. CM Stalin stated in that letter. So and he had also requested to take up the matter with the Sri Lankan government through appropriate diplomatic channel to immediately secure the release of our fishermen and their fishing boats. There were 3 mechanized boats over there. Here right now, 18 fishermen and 2 boats. It is very, very concerning. Now, the very fact is also we have to understand, we have to see, if we see the neutrality of it, we have to have the borders, the waters clearly demarcated, so that even if it's a misunderstanding, that misunderstanding does not arise. So it has been happening earlier in the past, and the fishermen from Kottaypalayam fishing harbour, which I'm talking about the previous incident of Pudukkottai district, ventured for fishing on January 13th in 3 mechanized fishing boats. The CM had even put the numbers. They had borne this number and they had gone. Now, how do we know whether they had actually crossed over to illegal waters or they were not? It's a matter of inquiry. We have to find that out. But I would really urge once again Sri Lanka to have a rethink. In fact, when the Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe was in India in July last year, Prime Minister Modi and him, they had a talk over this because it's a matter of grave concern. It's been happening earlier as well in the past. So here also they talk, and the President Ranil Wickremesinghe, he assured our Prime Minister he will look into this matter, and most certainly there would be a solution that could be worked out to this. And I hope fishermen are released unharmed very soon. And something from inside tells me that they will be released very, very soon. And this matter should be sorted once and for all. Otherwise, unfortunately, I see this matter escalating in the future, and a nick in time saves 9. So see what happened on the borders of India and China. I mean, there's no clear demarcation. And look where we are today. Sri Lanka, we had helped them out in crisis. India was the first country to give them an aid of $2.8 billion in February itself last year when there was crisis a year back. So most certainly, I hope Sri Lanka is slightly lenient and slightly sensible in dispensing what they think is right over here.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.